everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome back to Shooting the Sheet with the Smiths. I hope everybody has been having a great weekend so far.
Yep.
Because we have had a great weekend so far.
It was a good last weekend before the kids go back to school tomorrow.
Yesterday was so much fun. We had a great time out at Spring Lake.
Yes.
It was the first time that we had the chance to take our kids out to the lake, that in particular lake anyway, and man, Talon and Jacob both, and Serenity, all three of the kids, said by far that was their most favorite lake they've went to. And why was that?
Because they had a platform that they can climb on and also jump off.
Man.
So it was really cool.
Even
Mommy had fun jumping off.
Right? Yeah. There was actually two platforms out there.
Yeah.
One was probably 3 times as high as the other one. I would say one was probably, I don't know, maybe 5 feet off the water, because the water was a little lower since the last time we were out there. It was still deep, just a little lower than the last time, so it made the jumps a little higher.
Yeah.
So one jump was about 5 feet off the water, and the other one was like 15 feet out of the water. It was a serious jump, a serious free fall until you hit the water. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was a good time. We had sandwiches and chips, and
Yep.
it was just a nice, quiet, relaxing, fun day.
We were joined by Gary and Mel and their kids from Simple Life Reclaimed.
Yep.
And I know they got some good footage, and they're going to have a video coming out sometime also about the lake day. And we will also, we're going to have our video out hopefully by tomorrow.
Hopefully.
You guys will be able to hopefully see that one tomorrow. If not, well, we'll be shooting the sheet again. Man, we do have big plans for today, but a little bit more about yesterday, guys. Yesterday we were able for the first time to try out something that Lyssa has been wanting to try for a long time. And what did we try out yesterday?
Well, there was a lot of stuff we tried out. Oh, we took the GoPro in the water. The new GoPro, so that was cool.
Yeah, the GoPro 9 is the newest GoPro that I bought for Lyssa, and well, I mean, I bought it for us, but I really needed to get her a new camera. I film off of one GoPro, the GoPro 7 that Mike, Sid, and Frankie from 3 Mississippi gave us back in February, and we've been filming off that. It's been working great, and I also film off my phone, which is what we're filming from right now. But I needed Lyssa to have something to be able to film in much better quality. Although she just did get a new phone, and her camera on her phone rivals, if not better, than mine. And now she's got the GoPro 9, so she's got all the good lenses. Angles on angles. But yeah, we actually took you guys swimming with us, diving off the platform. You guys didn't know it, but you jumped off the platform right along with us, right into the water. We had such a great day. It was the first time I ever seen Gary hit the water and didn't fish.
Yeah, I know.
It was a complete relaxation day for Gary. He enjoyed himself so much. Man, Gary's just like me when it comes to swimming. He's doing flips, he's jumping off of stuff. Gary's I know you would think Gary is a little reserved, but he's got a little daredevil in him. That's for sure. That's for sure. A lot more than I realized anyway. More than I realized anyway. I know you guys probably knew that a little bit more than I did, but really getting to know them a lot more this summer and bonding so much, man, me and Gary got a lot in common.
Yeah.
And you and Mel had a good time. I seen you guys out there in the shallows making some, what were y'all making, some shorts or some reels or something?
Yeah, we're just being goofy.
Man.
I'm sure you guys will see that here shortly on Mel's page.
Yeah. They were having a great time. All the kids had it. And how about this? When we arrived, we got well, let me back up a little bit. When we woke up yesterday morning, guess what it was?
Rain.
Thunderstorm.
Surprise.
No kidding. In Florida, you get the rains in the early afternoon. Here in Arkansas, we get the rains early in the morning. At least that's the way it's been for the last 2 weeks, it seems like. And we had planned to leave about 8:30, 9 o'clock yesterday morning, and we were going to get there and spend all day long, have a lunch and an early dinner there, and just kind of enjoyed the whole entire day. And we didn't really get started until about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then at 10 o'clock came, we went and picked up some drinks, and Mel and Gary and them actually stopped and picked up all the foods and drinks and stuff. They kind of treated us out for the day. It was so amazing. We got there. Excuse me, I'm drinking my coffee. I'm still drinking the coffee. There's no coffee in my mouth. Swallow. Gulp. Gulp. We got there, guys, and it was like an abandoned lake.
Yeah.
There was nobody
there.
on the lake. When you pull up to Spring Lake, you actually pull over by a dam area, by the dam, and you got to go all the way around the lake. And when we pulled up over the dam, you get to see like the picnic area and the swimming area where you jump off the platforms and stuff, and there was not a soul there.
Yeah.
And we made it up to the place where you pay to get in to the little guard shack, and it's not really much of a guard shack. There's no one there. It's all what is it? The honor system. You hang your little thing up on your window, and you put the money in the pouch, and you just put it in.
It's not bad. It's only $4
Yeah,
for day use for a carload.
For the whole carload, only $4. And with 5 people, that ended up being less than $1 a person. So that was pretty cool. We were there for maybe 20 minutes by ourselves in a complete lonesome, and then only one other group showed up. There was 3 guys, younger guys, and they hung out for maybe an hour or so before they started to kind of lose their interest in it. And then Melanie and Gary showed up, and we were there, just our family, by ourselves for a little while, for maybe an hour.
Yeah.
And then I would say about noon, the sun started peeking out a little bit more. And even though there was cloud coverage for most of the day, but the sun started peeking out, people started rolling in a little bit, and it was a great day. I got some cool drone footage also. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Yesterday was a good day for all the kids.
Man,
before they go back to school.
How about when it was time to go? Normally, we tell the kids it's time to go. We give them like a 30-minute warning, 15-minute warning, 5-minute warning. Guys, giving the kids warnings is like setting an alarm clock for me, except in reverse. You get that first warning, hey, it's time to wake up. You get that next warning, hey, it's time to make sure you're up. And then you got that, hey, get your beep out of bed.
Yeah.
And with the kids, it's normally warning after warning after warning, and then you got to threaten them with some kind of punishment to get them out of the water.
Yeah.
And then they're whining and just being kids, And then even more when it's time to leave. Whenever our 2 families are together, the bond between the kids are so tight that they never want to leave. And they start asking, well, can we spend the night? Can they spend the night? And then we tell them no, and it's like, wah! But yesterday was such a good day.
Yeah.
I gave 2 warnings, one 10-minute warning, one 5-minute warning. Let's wrap it up, guys. Everybody got out of the water. And then when we did finally let them know that no one was spending the night, no, we're not going to come back over for dinner. It's already 7 o'clock at night. We've been here for like 8 hours. We're going back to the house. And there was no crying.
They love each other so much.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, the kid community is so strong. It's about as strong as our community with the adults. It's so great. And then
it's fun to witness.
Yeah, and then when Jen and Wiley from I say their channel name wrong all the time. It's like Altruistic Farmstead, I believe. I think I might have said that wrong, but when they get closer to us, them and their kids will be able to do a little bit more with us too, because Serenity has I forgot the youngest one's name. I think it starts with an L. I did forget their youngest kid's name, but I know they developed also a little bond over Freedom Weekend.
Yep.
Right? And that's just, another name on the list, another notch to build that community a little bit stronger. It's so amazing. I was looking for my coffee, but it's way over here.
I moved on from coffee. It's a Coca-Cola for me right now.
Yeah, it is a little bit later in the morning than what we wanted to get started on. I woke up this morning. Actually, I woke up early. Woke up at like 7 o'clock this morning. Didn't do much. Didn't do much, guys. I kind of lounged around. I picked up my phone. I caught up on all the comments from yesterday's video and from the video prior. I was behind. We have absolutely 100% dead zone out there at Spring Lake. So there's no service, not a drop of service. That was actually the lake that we went to when we were supposed to have our very first premiere ever, and we didn't have a lick of service.
Yeah.
So we kind of already knew going out there that we wasn't going to be able to respond to the comments or anything. But I did. I caught up on all the comments, and you guys, you had a lot of good suggestions on yesterday's video, and that was pertaining to us building the shed in the dog fenced-in area.
Right.
A lot of comments, a lot of suggestions.
Which we appreciate.
Which we appreciate so much. Thank you guys. Never stop leaving your comments or leaving your thoughts in the comment section. We know that it is not a compliment section. It is a comment section, and not all the time it's not always gonna be grand, and you're not always gonna agree with us. But thank you guys for the most part giving your input in a polite and respectful way.
Right. Right.
We really appreciated that, because I will say about 90% of you guys disagree. I thought that was thunder. It was the kids in there. Most of you guys disagree about the location to where we want the dog shed, and that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. Not everybody's gonna agree on everything.
Right.
Not everybody's gonna see things the same way.
Right. I do want to say though, most of the time, the I don't want to say criticization. I want to say,
I don't know what you're looking for.
I have a lot to say, but I don't want to say it because I don't think I should have to say it.
Then don't. That's easy.
I know. We just appreciate your comment.
Yeah. But there are a couple of reasons why. We do have reasons, guys, of why we want to build the shed right next to the other shed, and why we want to put the dog run around the sheds. Number one reason, and the most important reason we're trying to do, because in all actuality, I don't want to build the shed first. I want to work on the dog fence first. I want to get their area up and running. To me, at this point in time, in the middle of August, I feel like that is the most important issue to me. However, the shed is a collaboration video, or a sponsor video, if you will. The company Patio Well reached out to us and asked if we would like to do a video on some of their products. So I looked through some of their products and found that shed. I was trying to get the bigger shed. They got a little bit bigger. It's like an 11 by 10 or like a 10 by 10 or something, but they were out of stock on that one. So we got the 8 by 10. And guys, it has to be done within a certain amount of time. When a sponsorship reaches out to you, or when a company reaches out to you and wants you to do something with their product, they give you a time limit.
Yeah.
And and it's a contract, right? They send you out a contract, you read over the contract, you negotiate the terms back and forth. And if you agree to those terms, you actually sign a PDF contract sometimes and send it back to them. And that's what it is. And sometimes they pay you for these products, right? You don't always get paid. Sometimes it's a product swap.
Is the payment.
Yep. So if you want to get paid for that product, then you have to honor the contract. And even if you're not getting paid, all you have in this world really is your word. And without your word, guys, you're worth about this much. Big fat zero. So if you can't honor your word, and you can't honor what you say you're going to do, then there's really no point in doing anything. And for us, if we say we're going to do something and we're going to have this video out by a certain date, it's going to happen. And so the dogs got pushed back a little bit, and which brings us to our second reason. Honestly, guys, I don't have enough money to finish the dog project right now. I'm waiting for our next paycheck so that I can buy bags of concrete and stuff like that. So when we put the poles in the ground, that we can have them, secured in the ground and they won't get knocked down. I know I'm going to need to buy little like metal wire ties for the fence to put onto the posts.
We would love to get it done right now. We would so love to get it done right now. But in our reality,
Yep.
it's just not feasible to do it right now. And that sucks.
Yep.
But it is what it is, and you can't change that. So we just have to go with the flow until it gets done.
A butterfly. Sorry. Squirrel. Squirrel. Yeah. A butterfly. And brings us to a third point, guys. There's a third reason also why. Let me spin you around and maybe you can understand a little bit more why. You see all this property over here, guys? See all those woods? That's where we're going to be building our home. That's going to be the forever landing. That right there is going to be the spot for where all of our dreams are settling down. And this area over here, where the hog pen is for the e-bikes, and where the next shed is marked out, and where the next shed is going to be, guys, that's going to just be an open area. Because just more to the right, even more, woo, look at that sexy new water tank. Back over to the right more, to the right-hand corner where the burn pile is, guys, that's the end of the property over there, not too far. So our property, sorry, it's a little shaky. Our property extends mostly out that way and over there. Whoop. Hey, hey.
We do plan on clearing out more that way.
We do.
But again, that takes time.
That's right.
And planning and, you know.
Yep.
So.
And, or I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
And another thing, a lot of people were asking, you know, well, aren't you going to get tired of stepping on dog poop and smelling the dogs and stuff like that? Guys, the dogs have been right here beside our camper for over a year. Even in Florida, the dogs were close to our camper. Whenever they wasn't inside, they were outside. And when we lived in Bronson, you know, we had a yard, the fenced in, and went all the way around the house. All the sheds were in that yard. We had to duck and dodge all the dog poop in that yard, and it never smelled. And you know what? All actuality, all honesty, all truth, guys, our camper probably smells like dog a little bit. And we just don't realize it because we smell it every day.
Right.
I'm sure when Uncle David comes over, or when like Melanie or Roxanne or Anthony or Gary or anybody, when anybody comes over, I'm sure they smell dog because our dogs come inside every night. And sometimes they're dirty and sometimes they're muddy. And a lot of times it's wet. How about that wet dog smell?
Yeah, right.
But you know what? We love our dogs. So that's just what it's going to be. And
so for the time being where we're building the pen, that's where it's going to be because that's the perfect place for right now.
That's right.
For what we're set up right now and what we can do right now.
We don't have any extra area cleared right now. I would have to go borrow Uber and clear more.
Yeah, remember guys, Uber is not ours.
It's not our tractor. Now, I do have permission to use the tractors pretty much whenever, as long as Uncle David doesn't have a project going on, or, you know, as long as
Uber's not broke
or running up to par. I mean, Lyft, I pretty much have free reign to use. He's already told me whenever, however, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be the operator for Lyft anyway. So, you know, if it was something that I could do on Lyft, then obviously we would be able to handle that at any point in time. But with Uber, guys, it takes a little bit more. That's a lot more expensive tractor. So we want to make sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, stuff like that. And it takes a long time to clear area. And we are going to be clearing some area before we put the dog fence in.
Yeah.
We're not just going to go all willy-nilly and then put the dog fence up and be like...
Without clearing the property where they're going to be, like, parking it out. And
yep, there's trees that got to get cut down.
Trees.
I bought that new weed eater head that I'm going to be putting on the weed eater. And we might do that today if there's time. And then we're going to trim out a bunch of area and stuff like that. So there's still things that's got to be done to prep the site before we can run the fence. We can't even run the fence until we get the posts in the ground. I can't get the posts in the ground until we clear area so I can get lift in there. to be able to use the the 3-point attachment with the post hole digger. Lots of stuff going on, guys.
We do. We have lots of stuff, and I understand people want to know when. Well, guys, again, money is a big
Money's a factor.
And this is not us begging for money from you guys in any way.
We're
this
just keeping it real.
Explaining to you why.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Not only when, but why.
And I say that because,
there are them fair share of, oh, you're always asking for this, and you're always getting that, and whatever. And
you guys, we are human, and we do have our own opinions too. And sometimes when you read something over and over and over and over, it gets to you. It can get to a person, and even we have to vent sometimes. Just throwing that out there. We are normal, like
everyday people. We're not rich. I mean, I would almost guarantee 99% of you guys are on some kind of fixed income. Whereas you're working paycheck to paycheck every week, and you don't have just hundreds of thousands of dollars in the savings to go buy and build and do whatever you please. Or a lot of you guys might be retired, and you get a check, a monthly check once a month, or maybe a Social Security check once a month, or however you get paid. I can guarantee 99% of you guys are just like us, and you have to wait to be able to do the things you want. So whenever you're wanting to know the real question, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? You could always think about, ask yourself, when can it happen for you guys? On payday. On payday, guys.
Yeah.
It's on payday. So a lot more stuff is going to be getting done for us on our end at the beginning of the months.
Right.
In the beginning of the months, when we get our funds in order and getting everything going, that's when things are going to be happening. That's when the action's going to be done.
We would love to have rock already. We would love to.
Oh, yes.
Already be started on our
cover for
the camper. We also are ready.
Yeah. When, Lyssa? That's actually something that's going to be coming up with the next paycheck, though. We are getting our first load of rock for the road out there. Our first load of rock we got was that 3/4 clean for the pad. This is going to be, a load of shell for the road, and that's going to be the base, guys. There's like 3 spots where the road is a little low, and we need to build that road up. Because I do read the comments, guys, and you guys have definitely let me know that the road needs to be elevated a little bit so that the water can run off. So our main objective on the next check is not only going to be able to get the rest of the stuff to finish the dog pen, of course, but we're going to be getting a load of shell. And hopefully that load is going to fix the water area or the water problems on the beginning, because that's our biggest issue, probably the first less than 100 yards, but I would say the first 50 yards of our driveway closer to the house. That's like the worst area.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to focus on first.
And we're not complaining about our predicament and how we chose to do this.
I mean, we're not broke, guys. We're not
right.
We're not like struggling real hard to have to feed the family or do the shopping. I mean, you guys seen us shopping for clothes and back to school stuff like that. That was a $500 swipe.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not overly broke. We can afford to feed our family. We can afford to take care of our animals. We got gas in the generators. I could take Jacob to the dentist and get his tooth looked at, which although insurance will be coming, we are looking into insurance. But guys, I said all that just to say, to reflect back on what Lyssa said. We're not looking for handouts. We're not looking for things. And when we express to you guys that, we're waiting to get paid or we need to get this or whatever, we're not asking for those things. We're just keeping it real and talking to you guys just like we would talk to our family or our friends or anything else, because let's face it, you're stuck with us and you're our family. And we express ourselves to our family and our friends. So that's just what we're doing. That's all.
Yeah. Me and you have patience for our decisions.
That's
and
right.
Patience is a big thing.
Lyssa has a lot more patience than Michael, but I'm learning.
Right. So we appreciate it, though, for your patience with us.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
And you guys got more patience than me, too. Let's face it. My patience is about that much. But it's getting better. Ever since I've lived in Arkansas, I have slowed down on my actions a lot. Look at that, guys.
Yep.
You don't see me tripping and stumbling and falling down everywhere all the time. I've slowed down a lot.
Yes.
I mean,
You have.
I do still go down. The drifter does still go down. And I probably always will for the rest of my life because I'm just clumsy. But it's gotten a lot better, guys. It has.
Yeah.
It really has.
Yep.
But today is the day we're going to be building the shed.
Yep.
We talked about it for the last few days, planning it out. When are we going to do this? When are we going to do that? And matter of fact, guys, as soon as we wrap it up with you guys. And gals. I notice that I say that a lot. Guys. Hey, look at this, guys. Hey, go over here, guys. Right? Man. Expand your vocabulary, Michael. Expand. But we just wanted to drop in and tell you guys, there it goes again.
Yeah.
Tell y'all how much we enjoyed our day yesterday. Tell you how much we enjoy you hanging out with us on our trips. Thank you so much for being so supportive of us. Thank you for being supportive of our decisions. And just thank you for being awesome and wonderful people.
Yes.
Our viewers are the best viewers and the best subscribers in all of YouTube. I know they are because
I think so.
I'm subscribed to so many YouTube channels. I watch so many different kinds of YouTube, you know, all the way from some gaming channels. I watch endless amounts of sporting channels. Man, you know what really keeps me up late at night watching? The First Amendment audits. I'll be in bed laying down late night, 2 o'clock in the morning watching it. But I love auditing our First Amendment auditors. You guys keep it up, man. Make sure our country stays free. We need that freedom of press, especially for people like us.
Yeah.
Police the police. But we love you guys. We're probably going to go ahead and wrap it up now.
Just remember to always be kind. There is enough cruelty in this world.
Yeah.
We need more people to be kind to each other.
Encouraging.
Don't
put each other down.
Don't be cruel. Don't criticize. Don't be rude.
You don't have to say things like, oh, you two, because of you two, I know that any retarded person can get a YouTube channel. Or they said something a little meaner than that. But just want you guys to know, comments like that will and did get them blocked.
Yeah.
We're not even going to play the radio with it.
Freedom of speech
is a thing.
That's
right.
But that does not give you the right to use that freedom of speech to be cruel.
And hey,
and it won't happen on our channel, and it won't happen on our Facebook group. We will not tolerate it.
And just like there's freedom of speech, there's freedom of consequences.
That's right.
So
I actually shared a really good read in the group
in
on
our Facebook group. Yep.
So go check it out because it's very eye-opening. Yep.
Because you can say whatever you want, but you just got to remember that whatever you say is going to have some kind of consequence, and it might be just a little small thing like being removed from the Facebook group or being blocked. Could be getting blocked from the channel, or if you do something even greater than that, guys, you know, you can say and do whatever you please. You got the free will, but there is ultimately law that you have to abide by, you know. So starts off with little things like saying stuff on a channel, gets bigger into doing things in the real world. Who knows? You wind up hurt, in jail, or something worse. You know what I'm saying? So it all just comes on back to the golden rule, you know. Treat others how you want to be treated.
Exactly. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That's right. And we're going to wrap it up on that, guys.
That's right.
Good job.
Thanks.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are about to get to work. I'm going to go get the kids up out of the trailer they have had enough time to have breakfast, and they've played their game all morning and getting ready. I told them, hey, screen time's about to end. Wrap it up. Jacob already knew. Hey,
Oh, they just want to milk it because
Yeah.
it's their last day before they start school.
Jacob already knew. Serenity said, where are you going? You're getting dressed up. Jacob said, they're going to shoot a sheep. That's right, son. That's right. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We're about to get to work. Go ahead and view this video over and over and over again if you want. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed to our channel yet. There's so much work that's going to be done. There's so many adventures we're going to go on. There's so many things that I'm probably going to mess up. You're not going to want to miss it. But it's because of you that we get to do these adventures. We get to do these builds, and we get to mess these things up.
That's right.
We love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting us. Go support everybody that you can, and give that love and spread it around, guys. We love y'all.
We love you. Have a blessed day.
Keep on keeping on, guys. Bye.
Bye.